Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video real fast about this. I just thought it was funny whenever I saw the picture. We talked about the two pillars and the square and the circle and the triangle and Saturn and all this kind of stuff, right? And if you're unfamiliar with it, I talk about in this video here. I'll put it below. I'm new to this stuff. All I'm doing is basically just showing someone else's research because I'm trying to learn this stuff and I'm trying to dig myself and figure out where to go to learn this stuff on my own. So I just think this stuff is really important, so I'm trying to get it out there. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not the one figuring this stuff out. It's occult science 101, and these trample on snakes guys, even though that guy's being a douchebag about stuff right now, but whatever. That's a whole other video for another time, and I'm just done with it. I want to leave it alone. I don't care what that dude thinks. It's ridiculous what the hell he's trying to, whatever it is he's trying to do, I don't know, but he's already got me way off topic already. But there are a lot of other people who've been saying this stuff for a long time. All I did was stumble on it. So I'm not trying to take credit for anybody's work. I'm just trying to share it and explain it the best I can because I think it's important. All right. So we do know for sure what's easily proven, and that we do understand because it doesn't take much to figure it out, is that these Masons and these pretend Jews are indeed worshippers of this Saturn and the planet Saturn and this hexagon, this cube that's on the North Pole, right? And so the Masons, they represent themselves. That one of the things they use is a penguin because it's black and white, right? And that's what this whole thing is: the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the knowledge, the no knowledge, whatever you want to call it, right? So the Masons go by this black and white. They go by the penguin. They go by a whole bunch of different stuff. Okay, and so it's funny that these guys are all Saturn worshippers and cube worshippers, right? So whenever I first started waking up, I think everybody does. You know, they go and check out the Denver murals, but I didn't know at the time what I was looking at. And thanks to Mrs. Hernandez for pointing me in this direction, because it's kind of funny to see now. You know, here's a freaking penguin in a cube in these Denver International Bizarro World, whatever, you know, murals. It's so funny people just laugh this stuff off. You know, this is evil, spooky stuff that's been painted on a airport wall or walls. It's you would think that people would stop and think about this stuff for a second instead of just being like, oh, that just doesn't mean anything. That's just wall art. I mean, give me a cussing break. So I just wanted to make a video because I just thought it was funny. This stuff is everywhere. This penguin in a cube. And then I never did a video on this, but it cracked me up a few months ago when this came out, right? Here's Justin Bieber spray painting a penguin, and he's got his X here and his X here, and that's your Saturn, that's your cube, there it is all over again. There's your penguin in your cube, there's your penguin in your cube. So right, because the X is the cube, the four sides of the cube, and that's also an old symbol of Saturn, been around forever, apparently. Another way to look at it, if you want more explanation, you got the whole, we don't struggle with flesh and blood, but powers and principalities, and if you're way above a pyramid, or powers and principalities in high places, and if you're high above a pyramid looking down, it's an X in a box. There's all sorts of different ways, right? But you got your X, your cube, and your penguin. You got your cube and your penguin. It's just all over the place. And I just wanted to share it because I thought it was funny. And you know, we can't stop this stuff. As much as we'd love to and want to, there's no turning back now. There's no money. The Fukushima thing, there's nothing we can do about it. But it doesn't mean that we have to go down as dum-dums. You know, at least we know that there's a trick being pulled on us. You know, at least we know these people aren't good, smart people who have our best interest at heart. And whenever we see people worshiping people who are doing stuff like spray painting penguins with X's on them, we know that we're in on the joke. At least they're not playing the joke on us. You know, that's all we can really do. And be here and support each other and talk to each other and stand with each other because we're not crazy. This is not a nice world. It's not going in a nice direction. I literally saw them use this, and this is no joke. I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the cereal. They used sex to sell a cereal commercial, okay? This world is becoming a very twisted, perverted place, all right? And it's at least we know what's happening. And at least we know we can choose the side of good or bad in this battle that we are caught in. And that's all we can really do, you know? So I just wanted to share that. Speaking of Fukushima, This New Mexico thing is far from over. Um, I put a link below to this article, but I just wanted to say thanks to Chug. This guy doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves, but this is really good stuff. Please watch this video. He's taking the initiative, is actually making phone calls down there to Carlsbad, just pulling numbers out of the phone book, basically seeing if he can get any answers or information out of people. So that's really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and try to do the same thing. And I'll post if I hear anything of interest or what have you. But I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to make time to do it because that's cool. You know, that's really showing some initiative, and that's awesome because we're we're really the only legitimate reporters anymore. I mean, we're using the same sources these guys are, but we're doing a much better job of doing this stuff. So Chug's doing a great job. Kevin Blanche is doing a great job. Mama Knock is doing a great job. Check those channels out if you haven't already. RSOE map is doing great. It's actually doing a lot more updates than I expected. Still doesn't mean that should be the prime and only source of information, but it does seem to be doing so far a lot more updates than what I actually expected. So we need to keep our eye on this thing because it's far from over, and it seems that it could really turn into quite the disaster. Because the only thing supposedly between some really bad radiation being released is a freaking ventilation system. So please keep your eyes on that, and also keep an eye on Ukraine. This thing is getting crazy, and who knows what's going to happen with this? It could be another whole Syria thing where it flares up. Seems like it's going to be something big, but there's going to be a big battle war, and then it dies down. Same thing could happen with Ukraine, absolutely, but it's every time I turn on the TV or look up on here on the internet, I mean there's a pretty dramatic update. So let's keep an eye on this stuff and keep talking to each other and passing on info because we got a lot of stuff going on. But just thought I'd share this, make a quick video, and links will be below. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to all my teammates and subs. Good work, everybody, and we'll see you on the next video.